Alright, before we start importing beautiful 3D models, we need to understand what they're actually made of. The Unity Certified Artist exam will ask you to identify the core components of a 3D mesh. Let's switch our scene view from shaded to wireframe. So up here in the top kind of center right area, you're going to see four circles here. What we're going to want is this first one, and that will turn everything into a wireframe mode and allow us to take a look under the hood. Every 3D object in a video game is a hollow shell made of three things. First are the vertices, which are, or the single term is a vertex. These are individual points in 3D space, like the corners of these cubes here. Second are the edges. The edges are straight lines that connect two vertices together. And finally, we have the face, or polygons. These are the flat surfaces created when three or more edges connect. Vertices, edges, faces. That is the DNA of 3D art. Alright, now let's go ahead and switch back to shaded view, and say you wanted to bring in your own art. You can drag and drop standard 3D files directly from your computer into Unity's project window, just like we did here with this character here. There are two most common file types you need to know for the exam are OBJ and FBX. An OBJ file is essentially just a static 3D mesh, the vertices, the edges, and the faces that we just talked about. An FBX file is far more advanced. It holds the mesh, it also holds animation data, skeletons, rigging, and when you select an imported model, you can look at the inspector here and see what it comes with, whether it's you can see the materials and extract them if you wanted to from there. And so there's the texture from it. It doesn't have anything attached to it, but we could take this texture, drop it on there, and there you go. And then, now if we drag this into the scene, and we'll go ahead and increase the size so you can see it. Now you can see that it has that texture perfectly applied to it. Now we will dive more into materials a little bit later, but just know that the inspector panel is where you can configure the external assets for models. Now, as level designers, we don't always build every single rock or barrel from scratch. We rely on libraries of pre-made art. The Unity Asset Store is an incredible resource for this. To use it, all you gotta do is first go to it by clicking on Window, then coming down to Package Management and clicking on Asset Store. This will take you to the Unity Asset Store where you can find the environment that you're looking for. They have a lot of free ones, since most of y'all watching this are going to be students, then you can click on them from there. So you can find your free one, load it up, click on Add to My Assets. It's going to prompt you to sign in. Then you can then open it up in Unity, and you'll see it. That'll open up the package manager once you click open on Unity, and then you can click on it. It says it's already in the project, so that's good, so we can just leave it like that. And there it is right there, so we can start actually, if we wanted to, adding the prefabs that we have into the scene from there and decorating our scene. Now, as we go on, I do want to talk about a few things. I'm going to include some scripts for you guys to kind of help you along with this project. So one is going to be this camera fly through, which will allow you to kind of just you put it on your main camera, and then you'll be able to move and turn the camera using the arrows or the WASD keys. And then this model rotator, which you can put on the entirety of the diorama that you guys will be building, and then it will rotate it around. So if we just use the model rotator, you can see that's kind of what it looks like. Now These ones aren't spinning with it because these are not children of the outpost empty game object that I made as the parent, so that's why they're not spinning. But that's kind of how it works. Now, if I disable that and I turn on press play, then you'll be able to see. I'll demonstrate the camera fly through. It's very simple. Just pushing the keys and just flying through your level through the view of the camera by itself. Alright, on to the next topic.